Welcome back to another episode of the Amateur Hour Podcast. I'm Jacob, and I'm joined today by Colin.
Hello, it's good to be back.
Also joined by Roman for today.
What's going on, guys?
We're bringing back more NBA content. It's been like a full week of straight NBA.
Yeah.
We're really excited.
Yeah,
we're really excited. The
season's
season's
here.
starting, so we're going to keep coming with it.
The best season.
Today we are going to be talking about who we think is the most underrated player in the NBA. We did an overrated episode that got pretty hasty. I don't think this one will quite reach that level.
No.
But underrated players, Colin.
There's a few.
You lead us off.
My pick for most underrated player in the NBA. It might be a bit of a homer pick, but I'm gonna say Fred VanVleet. Pretty much since he's been in the NBA, he's been underrated. He's been written off. Pretty much his whole career he has been. He was undrafted out of Wichita State, where he actually played really well. He brought them to the Elite Eight. I'm pretty sure in the March Madness tournament he took to Elite Eight. There are many good things I can say about Fred VanVleet, but he's just been slept on pretty much his entire.
Bet on yourself.
Yeah, I mean he was up for Sixth Man of the Year 2 years ago, but obviously he didn't win that.
The Lou Williams Award.
It's the Lou Will Award, which is understandable, but the thing that pissed me off most, which is kind of a weird one, was that his 2K rating for 2K20 is 76. And I was very upset.
Being a pivotal part of an NBA championship winning roster.
Yeah, after being so vital to the Raptors and the playoffs.
Especially in the finals.
Yeah, especially in the finals. And even throughout the season, like he's always been a really serviceable backup point guard. He could come off the bench and give you 15, 20 points.
And now he's starting.
And now he's starting alongside Kyle.
I mean, yesterday wasn't a very good performance.
Yeah, it's one game, but
it's only one game.
They're starting Lowry.
He was very good in the first game, though.
They're starting Lowry and VanVleet together, kind of like how they did in the playoffs.
And they've been starting VanVleet at the point instead of two guard.
Yeah, he started both games this year. There are many good things I can say about Freddie. It's just that he is so overlooked and so heavily underrated just because people don't really get to watch him play that much. If you actually watch Fred VanVleet play, you'll know that he is way, way better than everyone rates him to be.
Yeah.
Fred VanVleet's my pick.
How many points do you think he averages this year, now that he's starting? Well, he had 11 last year. I could see him get like 13, 14, 15. I can see you 14, 15.
Yeah.
100%.
And plus he's on a contract year. He's going to want to get paid again.
That's true. This is his audition year.
He has one more year left of this $9 million deal. I think he's going to ball out this year. And he's going to get a lot of the ball now because we know like he's shown us that he can be a reliable scoring option for us. And I think he's going to take that and run with it. He wants to keep getting better every single day. And I love him as a player.
Right, we'll move on.
Yeah,
Roman.
move on.
Who is your pick, or who was one of your picks?
My main pick, I'm gonna come with, I think, an obvious choice. It's gonna be Sabonis, out of the Indiana Pacers.
Me and Jacob talked about him the other day.
He is very slept on.
In yesterday's episode, we talked about his contract extension, how good he was last year, because he was phenomenal last year.
Yeah.
He was up for sixth man last year.
We're talking about a player that averaged 14 points and took over the team when Oladipo went out.
And almost 60% from the field.
It's very good. And he's still young and only getting better, right? He's only like 22, 23 maybe.
Find his age right. No.
He's still super young.
He's 23.
Yeah. He's got a lot of room to grow.
And he's growing every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
see another
Sabonis
jump coming this year.
The one thing I did say against Sabonis was that I don't love his defense. But I think that can be
improved.
That can be improved on. I think defense is something you can learn and acquire over time. But his scoring is really, really good. Him and Turner are both really good scoring bigs.
Yeah, it's a nice tandem.
That is a really nice 1-2 to have.
Plus,
you could even put Turner at the 5 once Sabonis is off, or you could put Sabonis at the 5 and give Turner a break, or you could run those two twin towers, which is.
But Turner makes up for Sabonis' defense. Turner's defense
he does.
is elite.
Yeah. Turner is an elite defender, but Sabonis is
Turner's
not.
even one you could kind of put in this discussion.
Yeah, even Miles Turner. Like we like both of these young guys, but I want to see Sabonis really work on his defensive capabilities because right now it's not really there. But
he slept on.
But we're still talking that he slept on just because of all of the offensive things that he brings to the table. But
he's a great player.
Yeah, he's a really good player.
I'll go. I have another Indiana Pacer. This is probably my pick. T.J. Warren. We've talked about him in other episodes, but like you gotta respect this guy's shooting. He's
I don't think many people know who he is.
Many people really don't know about this guy.
No,
last season he averaged 18 points. The season before, and almost 20 points. And last year he shot 49% from the field and 43% from three. Like
that
this guy,
very good.
This guy's soaking wet.
That is wet.
Very efficient when he gets his touches. Just a great scorer.
Yeah.
Good, really good mid range. Really good at taking it to the cup. Like he's a bigger guy. I think.
He's tall. He's like 6. Yeah, 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah, he's 6'8". Is like a combo forward. Can play either of the forward positions.
Good defender too.
Good defender. Like there's a lot of upside to his game.
Yeah, he flies under the radar a lot.
Just big time flies under the radar.
I think just because he was playing on Phoenix, and
it's
obviously
Phoenix.
no one's gonna care about Phoenix. And everyone was looking at Booker.
It's all about Booker and Ayton there. But man, like really
Warren
good scoring,
really
high volume
really
score, and like the shooting, like he shot 22% 2 years ago, but last year he shot 43 from three. Like that's a huge jump, and it just only unlocks the other aspects of his game to a higher degree. And, he's really good at taking it to the cup, getting fouled.
Mm-hmm. I think this Indiana Pacers team is really interesting because there's a lot of players that we could have put for underrated. We put Sabonis, T.J. Warren, you could even throw Miles Turner in there maybe. Maybe even Malcolm Brogdon if you want to go that far.
A little bit,
Pacers team,
I think he's rated at...
This Pacers team has a lot of, I think, overlooked talent. Like, and even Oladipo at one point, like when he was on the Thunder, like people didn't really see him as this.
Even the Magic,
right? He was the number 2 overall pick, and then he comes to Indiana and is now flourishing. Maybe this is probably a really good sign for Indiana, but Indiana is just always kind of that, overlooked team. People don't really think of them
as a contender.
It's like they're like the Utah of the East.
That's a great
I agree.
Yeah,
that's very good.
Yeah, they're the Utah of the East. Kind of just fly under the radar, but have good players, good system. Like,
They have Doug McDermott. Remember him?
Dougie McBuckets.
Yeah. And TJ.
I remember I saw a Bulls game against the Hornets when I was in Chicago, and Dougie McBuckets was just filthy, and everyone loves him too.
I know. Wow.
We'll We'll move it on again. Roman, I believe you have another one for us.
I do have one more, and I know we've compared him to Siakam many times, but I don't think he actually gets the praise that he should be getting. It's John Collins.
That's fair. Yeah.
I agree.
No, we compare him to Siakam, but that's really only in in terms of comparing maybe All Stars or whatever.
I'm just saying it's a player that we
don't compare them in terms of what they bring to the table.
No. They're both really good. Yeah,
they're different players.
But still, we're talking about he had averaged 19 points last season. That's a very quiet.
As a 21-year-old.
Yeah. Probably because Atlanta and Trae Young takes a lot of the shine there.
Of course.
But yeah, John Collins was very good last season.
Yeah, he was really good.
He nearly averaged a double-double. He had 9 rebounds.
Yeah, he's super athletic too. I really like his game. He's like a jump out of the gym kind of guy. And those athletic players are really what you need. You can build around them. He can develop so many more skills. I think.
He's only 22.
Yeah, I know.
He's so young.
He's very good.
That team's very young in general.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have to run with Collins at the 4 because I think he can be like a really solid guy for many years.
Very exciting team they have. Is it Alex Len?
It is Alex Len.
It's Alex Len. Okay.
Yeah.
Like a very exciting team. I really like Atlanta right now. They're kind of like Sacramento of the East.
Bunch of young pieces. You want to see how they grow.
I think like
Atlanta, really exciting to watch too.
Atlanta are like what Sacramento was like a couple of years ago. Like just that stage of the development process. Yeah. Maybe even like closer than that. Mm-hmm. But moving on again, I got one more. This will be the last one. Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, really.
A lot of people, when Siakam signed that max contract this week, I'm always involved on Twitter just like to see the most reactions to it. And when the Woj bomb dropped, a lot of people replied saying it was a bad contract. And I know there's a lot of idiots, but the overall consensus seemed like it was negative towards that contract in terms of overpaying. But man, Pascal Siakam, 17 points last season, didn't start the year as a primary option on offense and moved into that role.
He was like the 3 or the 4.
37% from 3, 55 from the field last year. Like great round stats, super athletic.
And the guy didn't pick up a basketball until he was like 14 or something.
That's crazy.
Still not at his ceiling.
He was like 17.
I know it's only 2 games into the season, but he's balling. He's
put up 30 plus
both games.
Double digits boards.
Right now, he's shooting almost 60% from 3.
Very nice.
On 6 attempts.
That's one thing I really wanted to see from him. I really wanted to see him become I wanted to see Siakam become like a consistent shooter, because when he gets the ball on the wings out of the 3-point line, there's so many things he can do, and if he can add that, just pull up in your face to his arsenal.
Also just if he's so athletic, so big, he'll beat you off the dribble. That if you do play up on him because of his 3, he's gonna blow by.
He's gonna blow by you.
He's great. He's got great post moves. He's got that spin. You saw it in the finals when Draymond Green had to guard him, and Draymond Green really struggled with it. But like, I mean, this isn't just a biased Raptor opinion. Like, this guy's the real deal.
I also think it's because a lot of people don't get to watch Raptor games. They don't really see what we're made of.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
That's
like,
fair.
You kind of just hear about them on the news.
Yeah,
and
you
think,
talk about like
Kyle Lowry.
Kawhi's not there.
Shit. But if you actually watch the games, then you'll see with your own eyes that Siakam, Freddie, like, these guys are legit dudes.
And same with OG, I think.
Same with OG. OG's a legit dude. Like, people just
ballers.
love to sleep on the Raptors. I don't know why, but
hey,
I don't know.
NBA championship with these guys. Anyways,
can't take it away from us, NBA champions.
That'll wrap up this episode. Send us your suggestions for future episodes and follow us at AmateurPDC, Twitter and Instagram. We'll see you soon for some more daily.